Hi, it's Chris, and this is my June 2nd review of what I've read for today's reading for Bible in a Year, and the June 2nd reading. Today's June 1st. I'm trying to be a day ahead. Today's reading was for Proverbs chapter 20 through Proverbs chapter 22. And really, with Proverbs, I'm just having a hard time not highlighting everything. There's so many good nuggets in there, but a couple things right off the bat. It says wine produces mockers, alcohol leads to brawls, and those led astray by drink cannot be wise. Alcohol. What the Bible specifically says about alcohol, other than what this is, it advises against using it in excess, obviously, but also it says, "Do not hang out with drunkards. Do not be a drunkard. The drunkard will not inherit the kingdom." But it doesn't explicitly say you can never drink. What it says is don't drink in excess. Don't do that. And if you have, it doesn't say that, but here you go. Here's the test. If you have a problem with it, just stay away from it. And even if you don't have a problem with it, it's okay to stay away from it. It can lead to bad, but there's also nothing wrong with the occasional drink, and that's fine. But understand that excessive drinking does cause problems. So that's right off the bat. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 1. Let's see. What else did I? Avoiding a fight is a mark of honor. Only fools insist on quarreling. And those, again, I'm attracted to these lazy ones. Those too lazy to plow in the right season will have no food at harvest. To me, that's just common sense, but it makes sense to latch a hold of and remember that when we don't want to do something. Let's see, in verse 5, though good advice lies deep within the heart, a person with understanding will draw it out. So we know when a person is wise, and it's hard to get them to talk sometimes because they don't want to share, but if you're a smart person, you'll get it out of the wise person. Let's see, 9, who can say I've cleansed my heart? I am pure and free from sin. Who can say that? Who can say that? Who? Only those that trust in Jesus. And it's not just about using his name. And there's power in his name, and we can accomplish great things through his name. But again, Jesus said, to the people that spoke to him, saying, Lord, Lord, we drove out people in your name, and we did this in your name, we did all this in your name. And he'll say, away from me, I evildoer, because I did not know you. He must know us. You must know him first. That is the important part. It's not our works that gets us to heaven. It's our works show that we're saved, prove that we're saved. It's not that we do works to get saved or to be saved or to get into heaven. It's when we are saved, our works will show it. That's the chicken and the egg. It's very obviously needs to be, we know God, then our works will show it. Period. That's how I see that. That's how we can be free from sin. Wise words are more valuable than gold or many rubies. Wisdom is so much better than riches. Plans succeed through good counsel. Don't go to war without wise advice. Again, help. Ask people that are wise. Surround yourself with people that have been there if you can. An inheritance obtained too early in life is not a blessing in the end. You have too much too early without a struggle. You'll trust in that as opposed to being reliant on God. When you have those struggles, especially early on in life, you know that you have to rely on God, that you can't do it alone, that you need God. Here's another one. Don't say, I will get even for this. Nope. Wait for the Lord. The Lord, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. He is way better. He has way more resources than we do. There's just no point in taking vengeance. Vengeance doesn't get us anywhere. Might feel good at the time, but it doesn't. It's not good. The Lord detests double standards. The Lord directs our steps, so why try to understand everything along the way? I thought that's good. We don't have to know everything right now. It's good to ask questions, but we don't have to know everything. Don't trap yourself by making a rash promise to God and only later count the cost. Another good one. Good advice there. The Lord's light penetrates the human spirit, exposing every hidden move. God knows what's going on. We can't hide anything from Him. We can't hide anything from Him. People may be right in their own eyes, but the Lord examines the heart. So be careful thinking we're self-righteous. Ask the Lord to examine your heart every day and lean on that. The Lord is more pleased when we do what is right and just than when we offer Him sacrifices. Haughty eyes, a proud heart, and evil actions are all sin. So, evil actions, doing something purposely evil, a proud heart, being proud of what you're doing, and haughty eyes, looking down on people, haughtiness. Again, I've heard that seems like the last 3 days I brought up haughtiness, and I will continue to look at that. When we think we're better than we look down on people, that's haughtiness. Good planning and hard work lead to prosperity, but hasty shortcuts lead to poverty. There's no short way to prosperity. Mockers are proud and haughty. They act with boundless arrogance. So a mocker is somebody that'll make fun of people for, your ways are so much better. Mockers, right? And then a lot of times with that comes that haughtiness, like my way is superior. I am superior to you. Haughtiness. Despite their desires, the lazy will come to ruin, for their hands refuse to work. Again, we don't work, we don't eat, so we have to work. Work is a requirement. So now we get into chapter 22. If we direct your children onto the right path, and when they grow older, they will not leave it. Good advice. Just as the rich rule the poor, so the borrower is servant to the lender. Keep that in mind when you're borrowing money. Blessed are those who are generous because they feed the poor. Good stuff. A youngster's heart is filled with foolishness, but physical discipline will drive it far away. When it comes to exercise, it's one thing I know. We don't act on our feelings. We act on what we know we're supposed to do. Discipline over desire. That's what works and gets us, and that's what works with young people too. So, again, that gets us through the couple of Proverbs here, chapter 21 and 22, it looks like. Did we start in 20? 20 and 21 and 22. Yep, 20, 21, and 22. Good Proverbs, man. I just have a hard time not highlighting everything. But read and know the Proverbs. Read them often. Good stuff.